Recording in
All
progress.
right, we are now being joined by Chris Gonzalez.
Chris, first off from me, you wanted a ranked opponent after your last fight, and here you are. You got the number 5 guy. Is this the type of matchup that you were looking for?
Yeah, definitely. Goity's definitely been someone who's been on my radar since I joined the organization. So I'm glad that I got this matchup, and I look forward to going out there and asserting myself in the top 5.
You had said that you wanted to fight Roger Huerta last fight because you thought it would help build your recognition, but as of right now, you're not ranked yourself. So do you feel like, again, this is just an opportunity for you to kind of build your name and get on people's radars? You've only had, this will be your 7th pro fight.
Yeah, I think the rankings are kind of shit, to be honest. At the end of the day, you got to fight all these guys anyway. The only person that matters on that list is the champion. So as long as I keep winning, everything else will play itself out.
And the matchup itself, can you break it down for me a little bit? He's a good grappler, you're a good wrestler. Do you think it's that simple, or is there more to this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, it's mixed martial arts, right? I'm more than a wrestler. He's more than a high-level jiu-jitsu guy. I think, I know the fight's going to start on the feet, and then from there I'll kind of get to decide where it goes. I have my game plan. I'm sure he has his. It'll just come down to who executes theirs better.
And I see you're repping Team USA up there. Any regrets, any itches that, I know you pivoted from the Olympic trials and decided to do MMA instead. Any regrets on that front?
Yeah, no regrets, man. I'm in a great position. I'm blessed to be where I'm at. I just rocked the sweater to show support for all my friends that are out there at the Olympic Games trying to do their thing out there and bring home the gold for us. So, good luck to everyone out there. I wish them nothing but the best. We'll be competing, right around the same time, so hopefully I can get the job done and represent for them as well.
Hey, Chris. I noticed there are quite a few lightweights on the undercard. Obviously, the champion of your division is fighting at the top of it. He's been at 145 for a minute now. Do you feel like there's a little bit more of a spotlight to let him know on Saturday that, hey, he's still got business up at 155?
Yeah, he's been in this featherweight tournament for, I think, a little bit over a year. So there's kind of been some stagnation in the lightweight division. We'll see how this matchup with McKee plays out. I wish both of them nothing but success. But after he handles his business and I handle mine this weekend, then, I hope he's ready to have a quick turnaround because I'm definitely looking to be contending for that belt pretty soon here.
Do you think that he gets the job done against AJ?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Do you think he wins the fight with AJ?
Yeah, I don't know. It's another one of those things where they both are more than capable of winning. It's just going to come down to who executes their game plan better. They can both win, and I think AJ has more ways to win. I think Pitbull's going to have to knock him out if he is to pull it off. AJ's long, so if he can keep his distance and keep him at range, maybe tire him out in the first and second round, he can take away some of that zap on his punches, and I think he can get it done.
My final question. Obviously, there's going to be quite the crowd in Los Angeles for this fight. What are your thoughts on fighting in front of the fans in this capacity again?
Yeah, no, I'm super excited about it. So I was actually supposed to have my debut here at the Forum when I was supposed to debut with Bellator, but my opponent actually backed out the day before weigh-ins. Bellator was kind enough to still fly me out so I could get that experience and, spend time with all my friends and family who had gotten flights and tickets to the event. But yeah, no, I'm just looking forward to having the crowd back and putting on the show I didn't get to put on for them when I was supposed to the first go around.
You're wearing a Team USA sweatshirt, so I got to ask you about Simone Biles. Obviously that's the big news right now, her pulling out due to mental health issues. I'm curious if that's ever been something you've dealt with, or if you can relate, or what your thoughts are on the reason for her pulling out.
We good?
Sounds like there might be an Amber Alert. Not funny, but.
Yeah, no. You gotta commend her. It takes a really strong-minded person. No pun intended. Obviously, talking about mental health, but I think you got to be pretty strong-minded to, just address the world and let them know that you're going through something that's bigger than yourself or bigger than the moment. And there's not many moments that are bigger than the Olympics. And for her to just honor and recognize that speaks volumes on what she's capable of mentally. There's not a lot of people who would have done that. I think she actually probably did the right thing. She gave someone else an opportunity that she may not have been able to perform to the best of her abilities. As far as personally, I think we all go through stuff mentally. I'd be lying if I said I've never struggled with anything mentally or physically for that matter. But it's just about how you respond. You just got to keep on going, put one foot in front of the next, and everything will play itself out the way it should.
Chris, talk to me a little bit about what this fight means to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another fight, right? I just want to go out there, put on an exciting performance for the fans, and show Bellator that I'm capable of these fights. I've been asking for bigger name fights and stuff that's going to propel me to title contention. So this fight means a lot. At the end of the day, I got a job to do, and I'm just going to go out there and get it done.
How do you feel you match up against your opponent?
Really well. I think I match up really well against all these guys. Being a high-level wrestler, I think I dictate where the fight goes. So that's an advantageous thing for myself. I can see myself winning this fight in a variety of different ways. So I think I match up really well.
Hey, Chris, I was going to ask you, with your wrestling ability and his jiu-jitsu, obviously, is it going to cancel each other out? Are you guys going to bang? Are you going to catch him in transitions? I mean, I don't want you to give away the game plan, but, how are you going to stop that body triangle? And he's obviously going for your neck.
Yeah, if you want to body triangle me, go for it. You're just kind of locking me up into a dominant position, in my opinion, and just allows me to do what I want to do, which is get off my ground and pound. I think the biggest thing is just not letting him get one or two moves ahead on the bottom. Just whenever we create some space, take that away and just stick to the game plan.
Great, and sorry, back to the mental health issues. How have martial arts and wrestling, and how's that gotten you through the tough times? Especially with COVID this last year, it's been hard on everybody financially. The fight game's been impacted. Huge. A lot of gyms have closed. A lot of, every jiu-jitsu gym you go to these days is got paper in the windows. They're just kind of letting people in the back door. What's gotten you through it?
Yeah, I grew up just going through adversity, just growing up the way I was brought up. Growing up in Chicago, the South Side, there was never an easy day. And sports honestly just kept me sane. So I don't really know what I would do if I didn't have this. So it's always been my outlet. I was fortunate enough to be one of those fighters who was still able to get a couple fights in last year, even with everything going on. So I think that helped with my mental sanity. But just staying focused and remembering that, you have that end goal, and just continuing to focus and work towards that just keeps me pretty level-headed.
Chris, hi. So as a world-class wrestler, I kind of want to get a grasp on how that transition has been like for you, from going to wrestler, to fighter, essentially. What has that transition been like?
Yeah, it's been really smooth. Obviously, the fight starts on your feet, but being a Greco-Roman guy, it's a very similar stance. Your hands are just going to be a little more busy. So it's made everything really easy. I get to dictate where the fight goes, which allowed me to develop, my stand-up game and my jiu-jitsu game, and kind of hid my deficiencies for a little bit. I feel like I'm a really, really well-rounded fighter at this point, so now I'll get to display some new tricks.
Were there any challenges that you kind of found along the way?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of challenges, right? When you come from having so much success as a wrestler, and then you have to learn so many different disciplines, you just got to have that white belt mentality, which is something I always have, even as a wrestler. You can learn something from everyone. But it's just being patient, trusting the process, and believing in your coaches.
Thank you, Chris.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for the time, Chris. Good luck on Saturday.
Appreciate you guys.